Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Integrity Generation podcast commentary. We have had 3 podcasts so far, and one of the topics was how not to ruin your career in the first 10 years. We had 3 guests, and they had a lot to say, but we will only highlight a few.
All right, Vanessa. So one of our guests, Lola Adekanye, she says, never think about your career in terms of today. You might look back 10 years from now to assess how you've done. What do you think about that, Vanessa?
I think she's right, especially because when you're thinking about your career, it's not supposed to be a sprint, it's a marathon. So, for example, if you work at a passport office, you don't want to take shortcuts because you're just starting out. You don't want to skip, standard operating procedures. You don't want to take bribes because at the end of it, in 10 years, in 20 years, you will want a promotion and everybody will remember the shortcuts you took. They will remember you're the go-to person for skipping process, and you don't want that to happen.
That is spot on, Vanessa. So what I'm going to add to this is many people do not really think about the future of their career. And I'll tell you why. So imagine you want to become a digital marketer, but because you want to survive now, you decide to take a job as a front desk manager instead of taking courses to help you achieve your goal of becoming a digital marketer. Where do I want my career to be in the long term?
Yeah.
So that's a wonderful perspective from Lola. And for our second guest, Mr. Emmanuel Bosah, he says, whatever role you play in an organization and you report to someone, it's essential you assume you are a special advisor to them and that your advice can impact decision-making process.
Right.
I mean, what do you think about that?
I think he's very right because when you're assisting a boss, you have to start thinking more strategically and not just in execution of the task.
Okay, so that's a good take, Vanessa. I think that you should always remember that you were hired by your boss because of your expertise. So that doesn't mean that your boss, he or she doesn't know what they are doing. You need to always share your input whenever you can and do that professionally. All right. Okay. So for our third guest, Mojisola, and she said, if you are given a task by a superior that sounds shady, always document the task, especially by email to protect yourself. What do you think?
Absolutely. I agree with her because the moment you document everything that you have been given as a task, that is in itself protection. Okay. So make sure in the email you push it back to your boss for him to clarify, him or her to clarify what it is they meant. Are you skipping SOPs? Are you entirely, trying to fast track it? Or what are you trying to achieve by this task that you have given me? And the moment you push it back, it makes them have to take accountability for what they said.
Okay, so that's great, Vanessa. So what you need to take away from this is actions have consequence. So if you do not do what you need to do now, the likelihood of you facing the consequences in the future is great. So your organization, they have SOPs, they have a lot of things that would guide the decisions you make in your workplace. So one, familiarize yourself with those SOPs. Find out what you need to do when you need to do them. The article Mr. Pampa wrote on how not to lose your career in 10 years, Street Smart Integrity, speaks to this and more. So what do you have to say, Vanessa, in terms of closing?
In terms of closing, we have come to the end of this commentary, and I want to implore you to go to YouTube Integrity Organization page account and subscribe and also watch the podcast. You are going to get a lot from it.